to preparewithdavid.com, preparewithdavid.com, and order a special deal coming up for the month of February if you go to our website right now, preparewithdavid.com. All right, that being said, let's find out who's coming on the show today, Penny.
And just as a reminder, it's Groundhog Day.
Good morning. Welcome to the Awake Nation with Penny L.A. Shepherd and David Zublik on this Friday, February 2nd, 2024. We'll keep saying it at the top and bottom of every
And awake we go with a shot of espresso.
Good day and welcome to the Awake Nation guest interview with guests who defy the mainstream narrative. Grab a cup of coffee while our guests brew the news for you. The Awake Nation, the truth with a shot of espresso.
The Mockingbird Media controls the narrative. We help you determine what is real and what is not.
Global conspiracy, key players, the highest levels of power, reaches into the lives of every man, woman, and child on this planet.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of government, I will fear no Satans. Friday, February 2nd, 2024, our guests are Paul Dale Roberts. Paul Dale Roberts is a Fortean investigator investigating all things paranormal, from UFOs to ghosts to demons to cryptids. He is an author of over 73 paranormal-themed books. Roberts is also a journalist for Phenomenal Magazine, Costa Rican Times, Outer Limits Magazine, and Paranormal Underground Magazine. Our next guest is Skip Press. Skip Press is a screenwriter, novelist, producer who has edited a Hollywood entertainment magazine, produced and directed plays, made instructional videos, and sold feature film scripts. Skip served as the Hollywood correspondent for Boys Life and was a staff writer for a UPN kids show. Skip is also a former staff member for the Scientology Celebrity Center who escaped from Scientology. He has nearly 50 books published.
Our next guest is Mark Matheny.
Sig Semper Tyrannis News Podcast. Mark is a U.S. veteran, Messianic Jew, an independent investigative journalist and podcaster. Mark reports on geopolitical events that are culminating in a world government scenario. He breaks down the biblical and spiritual aspects of current events.
The big thing I kept saying was they're going to try to use January 6th as a pretext to then say Trump was the mastermind behind it and try to get him for somehow carrying out this so-called insurrection, which is now being basically exposed for what it really was, a Fedsurrection.
Our next guest is Tanya Joy Gibson, Beauty for Ashes, Tanya Joy Show, Tanya Joy TV, Coffee Talk with Esther. Tanya is a former Miss Illinois. She's a podcaster, a singer, an actor, a speaker, and an activist for Jesus.
Anyway, hang tight. Thanks for being with us. Remember, you can support the show. Find out more about us over at tanyajoy.tv. Again,
Rounding out the final hour of the Awake Nation is Susie Q, White Horse Productions. Susie is a world cutting horse champion and owner of a horse ranch and event center. She's an entrepreneur who escaped being murdered by serial killers Otis Toole and Henry Lee Lucas. She is currently working on her memoirs. You can find Susie Q on the Dark Outpost, where she delivers hot shots of intel. You can also find Susie at her arena, Joel's Indoor Arena and Event Center, located in Atlanta, Texas. Don't forget to subscribe to the Dark Outpost at darkoutpost.tv. There you will find exclusive content, interviews, documentaries, and intel not found anywhere else. You can find us on Rumble at the David Zublik channel and watch us live at theawakenation.com. Falling down the rabbit hole can hurt. Ow, 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 ow. That's gonna hurt. We will provide the researchers and whistleblowers. Your mission is to discern the truth from the MSN lies. And now, for the interview portion of the Awake Nation. And awake we go with a shot of espresso. It's showtime!
Indeed, it is showtime. Welcome back to the Awake Nation, Truth with a Shot of Espresso. Penny L.A. Shepherd, David Zublik, Groundhog Day. And now it's time to bring in our very first guest of the day, Paul Dale Roberts. Welcome back. Happy Groundhog Day, Paul.
Hey, and you know, it was so funny because I sent Penny a message, and then I said, I don't see my message on there. So I sent her another message. So she got a double message on her DM.
Right. And I had to do the Groundhog promo twice because
Yeah.
it's Groundhog Day.
Yeah, and
Then
then
it has this Neuralink thingy, or not Neuralink, what's that thing? You know, that thingy from Men in Black?
oh yeah.
The
Not
neuralizer.
Neuralink, I got Neuralink on the, yeah, one of those things. So if things go wrong on the show, he'll just erase the whole show. Whenever you're either on it,
This is really cool. My neuralizer.
Oh.
Neuralizer, not Neuralink, I get Neuralink on the brain, and so does the first Neuralink customer.
By the way, we've been talking about Groundhog Day. Just in case you don't know, this is one of those rare cases. Punxsutawney Phil predicted an early spring this year. It's not
Oh.
for 6 weeks away. It's all
Okay.
I think that's a good thing. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Paul, you didn't come here to talk about groundhogs unless they're cryptids or something. But
Well, David, I actually got a really interesting call yesterday. I got a call from a Jordan Warden from Los Banos, California.
okay.
And he wants us to come down to his house to investigate and do a cleansing. And let me tell you what's been happening. He purchased the house on May 2023. They heard knocks on the walls, disembodied footsteps. Sometimes they feel like they're being chased or watched. His fiance saw an apparition at the kitchen table. The cat is always alarmed and scared. Their baby stroller rolled on its own 18 inches. And Amanda, his fiance, she just went, she had a nervous breakdown. So she's now being hospitalized. And she started rambling around the house, just incoherent things. And then she looked at, I think, her mother and said, I'll show you who I really am. And so, then right after that, she just freaked out, had a nervous breakdown, and they put her in a hospital. Things are moving around in the bedroom. There's been multiple witnesses to this. They did some research, and they found out this guy named Ronald E. Williams. He's an Army Ranger Sergeant, and he's a Vietnam vet, and he died in 2013 in the house.
Huh.
Yeah. And they smell sulfur in the house. Their 15.
That'd be good.
Oh yeah, and their 15-month-year-old baby always looks at the ceiling and starts talking to an imaginary friend. And right behind their house is a park. And these two teenage kids collided head on. One was severely injured and one died. So you could have possibly that ghost in the house, and along with Ronald E. Williams, the Army Ranger ghost, and maybe possibly a portal opened up in that house, and a demonic entity followed the ghost of Ronald E. Williams. So there's a lot going on.
Do we know how the Ronald Williams died? I mean, was it a suicide? How old was the man?
The age, he was something like 58, and he
Okay.
died of a massive heart attack.
Massive heart attack.
Yeah.
Maybe. Now, did the incident with the two teenagers? I'm assuming you're talking about a car accident, a head-on collision.
Yeah, according to Jordan, the owner of the place, He said they were on bikes.
On bikes.
Yeah. I wonder
What
if they
kind
were
of bikes, like ATV or?
that. I don't know. Maybe they were motorbikes. But he said it. Yeah, yeah.
Which deaths occurred first?
The sergeant, the Army Ranger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm wondering if something else in that house scared him to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what? Why in the kitchen? Too?
And I got the age wrong. It was 68.
60.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now I have a couple of things that I had these PDFs that you sent me too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just sent that just for some enjoyment reading, but the Madison Mansion, that was a horrific place. There's satanic graffiti all over the mansion walls. We got all kinds of EVPs. We actually captured a full body apparition over there. The Wings of Terror, the Lone Pine Mountain Devil. We're very close to the Sierra Nevada mountains, and you get all kinds of reports of crazy things over there. You get reports of werewolves. Back in the 1950s, people actually said that there's dogmen or werewolves in the mountains. Bigfoot has been seen there. There's a legend that Native Americans back in the day actually got into a conflict with Bigfoot, and somehow they made an agreement. The Bigfoot said, "We'll leave you alone if you leave us alone in this part of the territory," and the Native Americans stayed in their part. And that happened a long time before white men came to Sierra Nevada mountains. You got Donner Pass, where people just to survive had to go into cannibalism. Yeah, yeah.
Donner Party of One.
Oh yes, yes. And then you got the Green Valley Vortex, and the Green Valley Vortex, all kinds of crazy things happen there. It's near Auburn, California, and Colfax, California. And back in 1978, these two high school kids actually claimed that they were chased by robotic aliens. So, and this was in. This was in. These aliens looked like robots, chased them in the field, and this was actually placed in the Colfax newspaper.
Really?
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh,
Well,
and I'm sorry.
I
Go
have
ahead.
some more pictures that we.
Yeah. You know, when I was in third grade, one of my favorite things that I loved, the game I loved, was show and tell. And Penny's going to show us some pictures, and we'll talk
Show
about
and
it.
tell has gotten more kids in jail.
Okay, Dave is always saying, how can people get a hold of you? Well, you can find us on the side of a light rail.
Oh, good Lord!
And you can find us on a billboard in the Sacramento area.
Nice.
And Facebook actually put us up on there.
Seriously?
Yeah, Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah, they contacted us, said, hey, we want to put your picture on the side of a light rail, and on many light rails actually, and on billboards.
Wow.
Yeah, and
that's amazing.
Yeah, when that was put up, oh my God, we were getting calls up the yin-yang. Oh my God, it was off the hook.
Dang, I've never known Facebook to do anything philanthropic, but
Yeah.
Well, it's a new thing called Facebox.
okay. Now this, what is this?
Oh, that's Mare Island. Mare Island was a former Navy outpost and a submarine outpost, and it's very haunted because you had back in World War II, you had sailors who didn't want to go into the war, and they were committing suicide and everything else, or getting drunk and even doing murders. So that Mare Island was very, very haunted, and over 80, I believe about 85 people showed up. And this is me giving a little speech about Mare Island. And we were, HPI and all these people were the first ones to investigate Mare Island.
What is Merritt Island about?
It was a Navy base back in the day, but it's now closed. And now paranormal investigators, after we did our investigation, are flocking over there to investigate. And they get a lot of EVPs because that place is just swarming with ghosts. Oh, here we got a good one coming up next. Okay. Now, you see the lady on the left, and she's looking at that little shadow? Okay. And then the next picture, you don't see the shadow. She's claiming that when that shadow appears, something demonic is that shadow. And it appears at the house, and it torments her. It gets on top of her, pulls her hair, has scratched her, and it's every time they see that shadow, and she says she's not causing that shadow.
It sounds like an incubus.
Yeah. There it is there, by itself. See, she's not even around, and there's that shadow.
Yeah. That was captured by a CCTV camera, right? So.
Yeah. That was, she was tormented. But I sent over a person to do a cleansing, and she says she's not tormented by that shadow anymore.
Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting. What is this one?
Oh, that was the shadow in the wall. That was Tulsa, Oklahoma. That happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah. Okay, the green orb. This is from Cincinnati, Ohio. I get contact from people from all over the United States because I got this paranormal hotline out there, and also to my email. So they send me pictures, and I would like to get your opinion, Penny and David. Do you think this green orb is a UFO?
That's the first thing that crossed my mind. It looks like some sort of an extraterrestrial object, yes.
Okay. Penny, what do you
not
think?
A cloud, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, you have another one. This is a darker. Is this the same place?
Oh, okay. That's a double orb.
Something here and something here.
Yeah. The one over the house is like a double orb, and that was taken in Elk Grove. And you can't really see it good on here, so I was going to ask your opinion on it, but you can't really see it very well. So I'm going to skip that one.
Okay.
Oh, this one. Okay, this was sent to me by Amy Brim Miller, and she said this is either a fairy or an angel, and she's seen it around the house a few times.
Wow.
What do you guys think?
Where is it? Is this at a wall?
That's at her house, yeah.
No, but is it like the ceiling? Is it the floor?
Oh, that's the ceiling and the wall. That's the wall connecting to the ceiling.
That's just very odd.
Yeah. But if you look at it, it has wings, and you can see like a little head on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. It's definitely an angel, or it could be that you said. I don't know too much about the world of the little fairies, but I think that does look angelic.
Yes, just call me Angel of the Morning. Now, what are these ones?
Oh, okay. That was taken by Dakota from the TV show Project Fear, which is Destination Fear, which is now Project Fear. And this was with Ghost Adventures, and it was at Crisis in Oakdale. And the mother of this teenage boy who was mentally disabled was in the shower, took out a gun, and shot himself in the head. And the house became very, very haunted. And it's one of the most saddest episodes of Ghost Adventures. And this is me talking to the people that live in that house. And
what is this one next to it?
Oh, that's full body apparition. You can see it over to the right there. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a full body apparition. There was nobody down there. She snaps the photo, and that was taken at the community center in Southland Park, California. And I was there when that happened. And we got some EVPs,
Did you see it?
Oh, I didn't actually see it, but she showed me the photograph. But when I walked down there, you could feel cold spots. So you knew it was there.
That's creepy. Now, what are these?
Oh,
I
okay.
see something here.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, I want your opinion, Penny and David. Do you think this is like a double exposure? This was submitted to me from Richmond, California, and they're claiming this is a ghost going up the stairwell. But
Well,
No, because
let me ask you this: is double exposures are usually applicable to film cameras? Unless this was taken with a film camera, I don't know. It looks like something's moving around in there.
yeah, I think she told me it was a digital camera. This was a while back, but yeah, I don't know.
is it possible we can now catch interdimensional beings with our digital cameras?
Yeah, I mean, we're a lot of the pictures
In
that
other
we
words,
take.
is it easier to see them now with digital technology than it was when we had film cameras?
It is. It seems like it is easier now to capture a ghost on camera with digital cameras.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must piss off the ghosties because now they're gotcha. What is this one?
Oh, okay. That was taken in Placerville, and it's a.
It looks like something like out of the scene of Close Encounters.
Yeah. This guy said that this object was hovering over Placerville, like 10 minutes at a time, on three different nights, and he captured that photograph of the UFO hovering over Placerville.
Do you ever wonder what they're looking for?
Well, Placerville.
One thing they can't find on Earth: intelligent life.
Placerville is known as Gold Country, and if you look at the ancient Sumerian texts, it talks about the Anunnaki who were looking for gold, and that they.
Did it power their spacecraft?
Yeah. Well, gold can be used as computer components for multiple things. So gold is very valuable for aliens and for humans.
Did you ever see that movie Cowboys and Aliens?
Yes, I did. I like that.
They were looking for gold. They were taking gold from all the cowboys.
Oh my God. And the V formation to the right, that was taken in Morgantown, West Virginia. And it's just slowly moved past these people's house, and the guy ran out with his camera in the backyard and snapped that photo.
Now, I have another question for you. So, we also know that the military has interceded in, it's alleged that they've gone back and used that technology to create their own. Is it possible that some of these craft are actually military?
It's very possible. As I was a 97 Bravo intelligence analyst with military intelligence, and there's a lot of secretive things. I mean, it's very, very possible that some of this stuff could be human-made and not extraterrestrial. Like the V formation over there, that could be one of our spy-type craft that can go at an incredible speed. So, and I do believe that they were back engineering UFOs in Area 51 and stuff.
Yes, I've read up a lot about that. And then here's our final picture.
Yeah, and that was taken in Lahaina, Hawaii, and the person who submitted it, she said that it was a UFO, and it has a straight line that goes down, but you can't really see it in this picture. But it was like an antenna or something that was coming straight down from the UFO itself.
Wow. Sure, it wasn't a Chinese balloon?
Yeah, Chinese balloon, yeah. Oh my God.
Because we have so many anomalies in the sky, you know, one has to wonder which ones are man-made to deceive us to think that they're of extraterrestrial origin, and which is actually
Well, wait a minute.
extraterrestrial
What we also don't
origin.
know, well, there's something else we need to consider, and that's the very possibility that those things which are military aircraft, you know, like, which is what they claim Area 51 is not extraterrestrial, but the government using that area to test out military aircraft. But where did the technology come from?
Yes.
It's possible that it came from extraterrestrials. They gave it to us, and we're testing it out, and that's why they're able to technically say, no, it's our stuff, but it's really not our stuff. Maybe they gave us that technology when we signed the Greada Treaty back in the early 50s with Dwight D. Eisenhower and all that stuff.
You know, and it makes you wonder too, like if right now we're getting so close to World War III,
Yeah.
and people threatening with their nuclear, you know, let's bomb this NATO country, whatever. Will UFOs, like they did before, like UFOs went to Montana and shut down the nuclear facilities over there. They did the same thing over in Russia. Will it happen again? Will the UFOs save mankind by shutting down these nuclear facilities before we bomb ourselves to death?
We have a gentleman that's going to be coming on the show from, hold on a second. He works for the DOE. He actually works in the nuclear facilities. He's a whistleblower. And I just talked with him yesterday. And he still works for the DOE, but he has a bunch of lawsuits regarding safety. And not just the United States of America, but the world. And his name is Joseph Carson.
Oh,
In
wow.
response to, yeah, he's worked for them, I think, for like 30, 40 years, but he's been a whistleblower the entire time, still working for them. And one imagines all of the things that he knows regarding our nuclear arsenals.
And is he on today?
No, he'll be on in March.
Oh, March.
I just talked to him yesterday.
Okay. And we're missing Heather.
Yeah.
Heather's off today. She's
He's going to be on Mondays.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and she may pop in on other days when she can. You know.
So where can people find you? We're coming to the close of the end of the hour. Where can people find you?
You can find me on the side of a light rail